Here it looked like a jump. There, this looks like a foul to me.
Yeah.
Indiana, and you can see Caitlin saying you were right.
Caitlin Clark erupted at the referees after watching Sophie Cunningham get blatantly body slammed without a single call. This wasn't just a missed foul, it was a complete officiating failure. The WNBA should be ashamed of what unfolded during the Indiana Fever's hard-fought 78-74 victory over the Seattle Storm. This wasn't a routine oversight. It was a glaring example of the deeper issues plaguing officiating in the league.
Like, I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What call are you like bugged out?
All of them.
Everything?
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be fouling the shit out of me,
yeah,
cool. But let me do it to you.
Let you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want
like
consistency then.
Yeah, like just give, and I think that's players across the league and like new fans across the country. Like everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like, I don't know.
Sophie had just grabbed a defensive rebound and was steadily securing the ball when a Storm player launched her to the floor like it was a football scrimmage, not a basketball game. The ref, positioned perfectly with a clear view, stood there doing nothing, as if he were a casual spectator at a backyard cookout, not an official in charge of maintaining order in a professional league.
Am I ever advocating for players to throw other players on the ground? No, like we've seen so much of it throughout the WNBA. He watches this happen right in front of him. There's so much contact on the play and he does nothing. He doesn't blow his whistle. He doesn't stop the play.
That's when Caitlin Clark, sidelined for the 7th consecutive game with a nagging groin injury, finally reached her breaking point.
Updates and our recovery's going well. You know, it's just, I think for us staying the course and making sure that we're really diligent about each step that we take and that we don't have setbacks and that we're patient with it. I know she wants to be out here on the floor and we want her out here on the floor, but making sure that she's ready is the most important thing. You know, I still don't know how far we are. We're going to take it one step at a time, one day at a time.
She couldn't hold back any longer and she didn't. You were right in front of her. Why'd you change your mind? She shouted, her voice echoing through the arena. And honestly, every basketball fan watching had to be nodding along. The officiating wasn't just bad, it was flat out embarrassing. If you're just as fed up with refs wrecking the game, drop a Sophie in the comments and show some love for the real ones leaving it all on the court.
I don't even know what the players can do because the players aren't being protected. And I know so many of the times, like, we're talking about this when it comes to the Indiana Fever, but this does happen across the league. There are many plays that we could pull up. Do you guys have any suggestions on what can actually be done? The coaches get fined when they call them out to the media. Like, this is a top-down issue. This is a commissioner's.
Because this chaos, this officiating circus, is quickly becoming the WNBA's defining crisis. And Caitlin Clark's outburst? It's not just frustration, it's a rallying cry for a league teetering on the edge, demanding accountability before it's too late.
The officiating in the WNBA, I kind of already went off on it, but it's just atrocious. Really, really bad. Like, there have got to be rules to present overt physicality from dominating the game. And that's what we've got. We've got it in the NBA, we've got it in the WNBA. Nobody wants to call a bunch of fouls, but these officials don't know what a foul is and a foul isn't. They can't even tell when a ball goes out of bounds. Like, you've got 2 million plus people watching some of these games. You have got to have a correctly officiated product, or at least confidently officiated product. And competently officiated product.
WNBA officiating has officially hit rock bottom, and it's no longer just Indiana Fever fans calling it out. Players, coaches, and fans across the league are speaking up as blown calls and missed fouls pile up game after game. It's embarrassing, plain and simple. Just think about it. Sophie Cunningham was fined $500 for making a lighthearted TikTok about the refs, yet actual full contact hits are being ignored in real time. That tells you everything you need to know about the league's current priorities. And to make matters worse, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert had the audacity to suggest that only losing teams complain about officiating. Maybe someone should remind her, when your league's biggest star is getting knocked around night after night, this isn't about wins or losses. It's about player safety, integrity, and the future of the game.
This year, it's not just Caitlin Clark. If you wear that Indiana Fever jersey, consider it done. The refs are not going to be fair, and they are going to cheat and do whatever it takes to do what the higher ups say.
Even the league's most respected voices have had enough. Becky Hammon has been openly losing her cool, calling out the officiating with zero filter. Meanwhile, Kelsey Plum is showing up to post-game pressers covered in scratches, questioning how she could get hacked for 40 minutes and still walk away with just 6 free throw attempts. The frustration isn't isolated, it's boiling over across the board.
And I got scratches on my face, I got scratches on my body, and these guards on the other team get these ticky-tack fouls, and I'm sick of it. I get fouled like that every possession. Ricky gets fouled like that in the post all the time, and they don't call it, and I don't know what else to do. Like, it's really frustrating though. I'm like, I feel, I mean, there's multiple shots at the end of the game, either go into the third, into the fourth, where they're just coming and swinging, and they just don't.
Amid the chaos, one player is rising above the mess. Sophie Cunningham stepped up with another clutch, high-level performance. A reminder to everyone why she's become the Fever's go-to force with Caitlin Clark sidelined. While the league spirals in controversy, Sophie's grit and composure are keeping Indiana in the fight.
Gabby Williams storms inside, can't finish it, follows it up into the arms of Bibby, just signed for the rest of the season by Indiana. Been a perfect fit at the stretch 4. Cunningham connects on a 3.
And you just look at her frame, 6'6" and super long.
Cunningham connects on another.
She poured in 17 points on an ultra-efficient 5 of 6 shooting, including a scorching 4 of 5 from 3-point range. And here's the kicker, she was the only player on the entire Fever roster to hit a single 3 all game. Clutch doesn't even begin to cover it.
Games from Sophie Cunningham, the only player on the Indiana Fever to make her 3 tonight. The Indiana Fever were 4 of 21 from downtown, and Sophie Cunningham hit all 4 of those 3s. 17 points, and the difference between this and the Lynx game, which was Sophie Cunningham's last really good breakout game, this wasn't late. This was, oh, we're struggling offensively, somebody needs to come through, and Sophie Cunningham.
This isn't just a one-time thing. Sophie has been unstoppable lately, earning the nickname the Blonde Bomber for her clutch, deep shooting in the biggest moments. Since going viral for standing up for Clark during that heated brawl with the Connecticut Sun, her confidence has skyrocketed. She's gained over 800,000 followers. Her jersey sales have surged, and she's fully stepped into the spotlight, delivering when it counts most.
Sophie the Blonde Bomber, Sophie the Trophy, lit it up again tonight. Man, she has been nothing short of spectacular as of late. 5 of 6 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 17 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Sophie, the Blonde Bomber, has been on fire. Sophie stepped it up in a big time way. That is what you need. When your best player is out, you need the ancillary pieces to step up and deliver. And that is what
Sophie's journey from gritty role player to bona fide WNBA star has been one of the season's most compelling stories. She's evolved beyond just being an enforcer. She's now the Fever's most reliable offensive threat, a rare and valuable combination that's made her a fan favorite. But even with her heroics, she couldn't fully mask another all-too-familiar Fever meltdown. True to Indiana's style, they almost squandered a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter. Once again,
the Fever did everything possible to blow a game, but still come out with the win. That was a near epic level collapse, folks. Wow, it should have never gotten that close. Lexi Hull, Stephanie White waited till the very last minute to put Hull in on defense. She should have been in there from 2 minutes in, 2.5 minutes in on defense. They could not seem to get a big rebound to save their life. And this almost turned into a...
The Fever were cruising at 55-42 midway through the third quarter, riding Sophie's hot streak and solid team support. But the moment comfort set in, everything unraveled. It's like this team goes haywire whenever Clark isn't on the floor. Seattle responded with a 10-2 run to close out the quarter, slicing the lead to just 4. What should have been a straightforward win suddenly turned into a nerve-wracking thriller.
Indiana Fever just almost pushed me to a heart attack. The Indiana Fever nearly blow a 12-point fourth quarter lead. We allow the Seattle Storm to go on an 11-0 run in the fourth quarter. Stephanie White, I keep telling y'all, I don't trust her. I'm sorry. We give up a 11-0 run within the last 4 minutes to let this team cut the lead.
The fourth quarter was pure tension. Seattle battled back, pulling within 73 to 72 with just over 3 minutes remaining. You could practically feel the anxiety tightening in every Fever fan's chest. This script is all too familiar and rarely ends well. The team's chronic struggle to close out games is slowly draining their chances.
Boy, they almost blew it. Nonsensical whistles to stop runs, or how about blowing a whistle to stop the other team's run? Coming out in the second half, I will never back off of this. When you come out in the second half and you start losing leads, that is a coaching issue. I don't care what sport you're in. All right? Because what that tells you is the opposing coach went into the second in the halftime, made adjustments. The other team comes out and they start figuring it out. Well, it's up to your coach to make adjustments against.
It's like the Fever forget how to play basketball the moment the fourth quarter starts. Unfortunately, Kelsey Mitchell had one of her worst nights in recent memory. Watching her shoot was like someone trying to play piano with oven mitts. She struggled mightily, going 3 for 16 from the field and missing all 8 attempts from beyond the arc. Thankfully, others stepped up to stop the bleeding. Aaliyah Boston came through in a big way, posting her 6th straight double-double with 16 points and 12 rebounds on an efficient 7 of 11 shooting. Her personal 9-point run in the fourth quarter was the lifeline that ultimately saved the Fever when everything else was falling apart.